Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Zach with Money Pit RC. I finally got one. After seeing so many people build these Playmobil Volkswagen Bugs, I just had to get one so we can build it ourselves. You look on Instagram, you look on Facebook, everybody has this VW Bug. So I am a big Volkswagen guy. I own one myself. I owned a couple in the past. I even got a tattoo on my arm. So we got one and we're gonna build it up. Still sealed, fresh in the box. I don't even know what comes in this box. 52 pieces. So in this video, we are just gonna get it out of the box. We're gonna look at it, see what it comes with, and then we're gonna make a game plan on how we're gonna build this thing. I don't know if we're gonna do more performance. Probably not, because this body is, I think, kind of heavy. So we'll just try to build up a chassis or find a chassis, gather some parts. I want to paint the body, make it look all raggedy and rough, print some accessories, and should be good. So hopefully this video is kind of like behind the scenes-ish of me building this. Maybe me just doing like the paint part and I'll talk about it, or when I build the chassis I'll just set up the camera and kind of get some clips. I'm not too sure what this video is going to actually be, but I feel like I should just record the progress of it, and then in the end we can all just enjoy the bug. Here's the box. I don't want to destroy the box because it looks cool. Definitely going to keep the box. So here is all the accessories that it comes with. Roof basket, the hood, some little accessories. Here is the wheels and tires. And the only thing we're going to need out of this are these center caps. We're going to use those on a different set of wheels. And these are the people, the surfboard, instructions. This thing is so cool, dude. Like, the level of detail on this little Playmobil thing is awesome. Full interior, of course. Doors don't open. We gotta figure out how to take this off. Alright, we have everything torn apart. Body is down to literally nothing. I gotta figure out actually how you gotta take that stuff off. But down to nothing. We're not gonna need this. We're not gonna need this or this. I can still keep that. I could just glue the engine in. That'd be pretty cool. So we'll keep that. Alright, so first things first, we need to get this off, and then we're going to start sanding this down. So right now I'm just going to mask off the windows because I tried to get them out and I couldn't. And I thought I was going to break them. Not too bad. Got all the windows masked. Got all the windows masked off. Sorry, English is hard. Got them all done. We're just going to rough it up with some Scotch-Brite, give it a little sand, and yeah, try to paint it. Had to set up my high-tech paint booth, so I have the body ready to go. We're going to do a first coat of this khaki, so khaki first, and then I have brown, and then we're going to clear coat it. And then the final color is going to be hunter green. And then once we get a couple coats of the green on, once it dries we can sand. We'll sand all the way to the clear. And then we should have this. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see how it turns out. I just like that color. Let's just keep it like that. Alright, while that paint's drying, let's figure out the wheels. So I'm going to use these wheels just because I think that looks the best. So easy way to attach these hubcaps. So they look like that. They have these ribs on them. So you got to cut all those off. So it's kind of flat on the back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to magnet. The magnet is going to magnetize to the bolts. So then all we're going to do is glue these to the magnets. So then we can pop these off to access the wheel nuts. Very super simple, very easy and effective. Magnet, wheel. Oh, that looks so good. That's gonna look so freaking cool. It was kind of those trust the process things. I think it turned out absolutely sick. Completely trashed, completely rusted. Awesome. I'm sorry guys, I failed you. You ever just start doing something and then you just get so caught up in it and then you end up just finishing the job? I did that. I finished the bug. I was just in the zone and I couldn't stop, and then one thing led to another. I have a completed project. So before I share the bug, I just want to let you know that this is probably my favorite build I've ever done. The chassis part we're not going to worry about at all because it's something that I've already built before. I just wanted to throw it on something and I feel like this is the perfect one, and you'll see why because of my body mounts. The paint, the little details, I'm pretty sure this is my top favorite. It's definitely up there with the Unimog that I built. Tell me this isn't the coolest looking bug that you have ever seen. Oh, I'm so stoked on it. I am so happy with it. Let me change the camera, we'll get a closer look. So we did do a little change. I know I originally said in the video I wanted to do the forest green, but this key lime was calling my name. So like I said, I'm not going to worry about this too much. So the main focus is going to be just this body. So we did stick with the plan. We did do the khaki, we did the brown, and then we did do the key lime on top. But in between the brown and the key lime, we sprayed a clear coat. So when we sanded, we would not sand past the brown because I wanted the brown to show. So very easy method. Sanded down some parts where I wanted to see the brown, and then I went over top with brown paint and I mixed in some black powder from the Tamiya kit. That's kind of how I got like the rust look, especially on the roof basket and stuff, like on the metals, the bumpers. I think it turned out really freaking cool. So anytime I do a build, I try to mimic something, just so I have an idea. So that's what I was trying to mimic, this little taxi bug. I think it matched it pretty well. Did the white door with the taxi writing on it. Got the little chain up front with the headlight. I think it looks pretty good. Custom tailpipes. Money Pit RC license plate in the back and front. And then we use this foil tape to act as like a patch panel, like they fixed that rust part. I think it looks pretty freaking sweet. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy with it, very pleased. And also, this has one little trick. Let me show you. We have working headlights. It's on magnets. We hook to the magnets with the power source, and every time we put the body on, lights. So cool. I will have a full video on the magnets with the lights in the future. So during my unboxing, I lost the mirrors. So I had to find a file and print my own. Not bad. Not bad at all. The only dilemma with this body being so big and open, I kind of like had to make custom rear magnet mounts. So all I did was kind of attach it to the rear of the body. So they kind of sit like that, and the body kind of rests on these little pipes that I made. So it's kind of difficult. But once it's on, it's on. It's really not that bad. Super happy on how it came out. Love it. Alright, we'll just quickly go over some key features of what I used. So, hubcaps, I did use the magnets. Use these magnets, glued them to the inside of the hubcap. And these are just like some steely wheels. Magnet goes right on it. Super easy, super efficient. so you can still access the wheel nuts. So that's a cool feature. And then, like I said, for this one I used silver tape to act as like a patch panel. The chain is from a bracelet, just like a little bracelet that I glued and weathered. License plate, RC Plate Shop. Did 3D print the mirrors. Then for the tailpipes, I just found some like brass tubing. I bent that. Kind of dirtied it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm still kind of contemplating if I like that or not, but I feel like it fits. 3D printed the keg. And everything else is pretty much Playmobil. Underneath, not really anything special. Just put the lights in with the magnets. When you weather these things, you can just do it however you want. I try to find a picture online, and then I try to kind of copy that just to get like a baseline of like an idea. I did have to trim the fender wells, front and rear, just because I wanted to sit a little bit lower and I wanted to tuck the wheels in there. So I did have to do a little bit of trimming. Those are always scary because one little mess up and you keep trimming and trimming and trimming, and then one thing leads to another, you have no fenders. So just be careful when you're trimming the fenders. Let's go get some driving clips and see how it looks. It's very windy. I might just put music over this. But yes, I did change out the wheels. Maybe we'll just stick with some driving clips because this thing I can't control. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, you know I drew reading through all your feedback. Catch you guys next video.